So today we're going to be machining blue Delrin on our Syil X9. I'm going to walk you through step by step how I made this real customer part and what to watch out for when machining this plastic. This is the first time I'm going to be working on this machine, so I'm excited to see how it performs. So first we're going to rough the outside profile of our part, then rough our through bore, and then rough the step on the top of our part. Then with that same tool, we're going to come back and finish all of those surfaces. So we're going to take about 100th step over at over 600 inches a minute, and that'll keep the heat out of our part during roughing. Delrin wants to chip when you're getting close to the edge of your material and there's a tall post left. So we need to be careful when approaching those areas and make sure that we're not chipping a part of our finished part. And for finishing, we can use feeds and speeds that are very similar to 6061 aluminum. The top of our part has a very tight surface finish call out, so we really need to focus on that when finishing our part. Tool 2 is a 1/2 inch 3-flute end mill. We're going to use it to rough out our 3/4 16 threads and then finish those minor diameters as well. So next up, we're going to be drilling the minor diameter of our 1/4 20 threads, and we're going to be feeding at 200 inches a minute. To drill this fast, you're going to need through coolant. If I was pecking, I would probably start somewhere around 100 inches a minute. So next up is our chamfer tool. It's a 1/4 inch chamfer tool from Horn. We're going to go around and deburr all of our sharp edges and thread leads. Tool 5 is a 1/4 20 tap. We're putting in 4 threads and we're going to be spinning it at 2,000 RPMs and feeding it at 100 inches a minute. It looks like we've pretty much maxed out the feed rate for tapping on this machine, but even still, this is going to be the quickest way to make our threads. Next up is a single point thread that we're using to create our 3/4 16 threads. Since it's Delrin, we can pretty much max out our spindle speed and feed rate. Now we're going back to our 1/4 inch chamfer tool to deburr the top of our threads. When tapping Delrin, you're going to have a lot of stringy chips left over, so it's important to rerun your drill to get rid of those. You can do it in post-processing, but it's way easier to just rerun the tool. So these are all just deburr processes and spring passes. With Delrin, I like to deburr just about everything I can in the machine so I don't risk messing it up later with a burr knife. So that's it for Op 1. Now we're gonna move on to Op 2, which is on the right side of our fixturing. I milled the exact outside profile of our part into my Op 2 soft jaws. So we'll get a lot of surface area contact, which will increase clamping force without having to over tighten the vise. Now we're gonna rough out the taper on the outside of our part with that same 3/4 inch Core 5 end mill. So we have a small counterbore that we need to machine. We're going to be using a 1/4 inch 3 flute end mill to do that. To finish the taper on the top of our part, we're going to be using a 3/8 ball end mill. Now this was the scariest part of this process. I don't have a lot of clearance, but we do have just enough. This is also going to be the longest cycle time portion of our program, but it's going to create that nice finish on our tapers that we're looking for. Now that the surfacing's done, we just need to drill, tap, and then do some deburr passes to deburr the back of our threads and the top of our 1/4-20 threads. So that's it for machining. Let's check out our part. So Travis, this surface needs to be a 32 finish.
Yeah.
All right, man, we'll check it out.
Sweet. All right, I'm gonna follow the path. Just gonna pull the same surface right here.
Just for funsies.
Just for funsies. 13. I'd say you're good to go, my friend.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So our part passed inspection, and all the deburr was done during machining, so we don't have any post-processing. If you're interested in learning more about a Syil machine, go to our website or contact Keith at titansofcnc.com. That's it for this video. I'll see you guys on the next project.
Hey, if you haven't already, make sure you check out our app, MFG Connect. It's on Apple and Android. It's pretty sweet. You can upload your projects, show off cool toolpaths, and connect with other machinists like me and Barry. You can show off your work, upload your projects. I hope to see you there.